Good morning, everybody. It's Mindy, and of course, we're going to do a little whip and chat here, and we're going to work on our Chuck Pinson diamond painting because I have a lot to do. A lot to do. This is row 2 across the bottom. That's it. Row 2 across the bottom. I've been wondering what this is right here. Oh, okay. It's the boat. Aha. All right. So there's a boat here and it's headed that way. Yeah. Yep. Because this is a bunny right here. I don't know if you can see that. There's a bunny over here and he's right at the base of the boat. Ah, that's what that is. Okay. You know, as you're painting along on this and you're so up close to things, you don't always see what's right in front of your face. It's hard to tell sometimes what you got going on. Anyhow, it's gorgeous. It is Spring Mountain Majesty for anyone who does not know what I'm working on. It's gorgeous. It's big. Yep, it's big. It's a 93 by 70, so I've gone 93 centimeters across. Right? So, you know, we're working on it. We're getting there. We're going to work on this bright green for a while I talk, all right? While I chit-chat. So I hope everybody's week is going well. I hope you are having a good time with the chuck-along and everybody's, you know, happy and staying safe and all those good things, right? I mean, I know life throws curveballs all the time, but, you know, I always wish you guys the best. So, anyhow, it is week 3. Yeah, 3 of the chuck-along. I can't believe we're in week 3. That's halfway. I am nowhere near halfway with my painting, and you know what? I'm just not gonna stress about it. I'm not stressing about it at all. Now, do I have back-to-back events? Yes, I do. Will I have to move on to something else right after this one? Mm-hmm. So, what happens if I don't finish? You know, I don't know. I'll work on it here and there. It will get finished, you know, in time, eventually, someday. It's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, the fact that, you can see right now, I'm basically doing 2 at a time. 2 placing, right? I might get 3. Here's a 3 up here. I got a 3. I might get 4, but a lot of times it's just, let's just single place along because there's so many just singles or doubles that sometimes it's just easier to just single place it. Seriously. Confetti, and confetti, right? That's what's making it so beautiful, though. And the ABs, I remember unboxing this and I remember saying, please, please, please let these ABs be in the flowers. Because I think flowers, grasses, and trees, they need the ABs. Because if you're outside, the sun's shining and it sparkles and it just hits the flowers and things like that. And they sparkle so pretty in the sunlight. So, you know what? They did exactly what I had hoped they would do. So, in this little section right here, we have the green AB up here. Green AB is over here. Red AB is in this flower. And more green AB all down here in the grass. And yellow in the yellow flowers. They did exactly what I had hoped they would do. The flowers and the grasses are filled with AB. Yay! All right, I got to pick another color, so let me think for a second. What do I want? Let's do some of these greens down here. We're working on all this grassy stuff, so let's keep going with that. All right, let's do this one. There's a lot of this one. Of course, there's like 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. Yeah, you know, this is what's taking me so long. Okay, so people have asked about my little scoop spoon here. You can buy these at Craftably. I think you can get like 2 of them for 99 cents, I think. So check it out if you want some little scoop spoons. I did get mine in a larger toolkit that they have. So if you're interested in purchasing a larger toolkit that might have the spoons, you can do that. But they do have them separate as well. Thought I'd throw that in there for you guys. All right. Maritza put up her WIP and chat. I believe it was on Sunday, I think. And she's announcing her, was it her giveaway? I think it was her giveaway. I don't know. I don't think it was a winner yet. No, because she was asking you for a secret word. So she's just put up her WIP and chat. I've already put up one announcing the giveaway, and I put up a second one telling you who my winner was. So we're kind of on the same page now, I guess, because now it's my turn to put up another announcement. And what we're announcing, what we're giving away are those $25 gift cards, gift codes, whatever you get, from Tima at Diamond Painting with Sparklers. So you'll get $25 to go shop at Diamond Painting with Sparklers and pick out some ABs or quad cubes or pearls. How about some square rhinestones? Square rhinestones would be perfect for a painting like this, now wouldn't they? Yes, they would. All right. So my first winner was Sue Layden. She gets to go shop and pick out some stuff, and I will be announcing my giveaway for this one. Well, I'll do it right now since I'm talking about it. And I'm going to take Maritza's lead, and I'm going to ask you to put in a code word. Okay, put in a code word. I'm going to have the code word be, let's see, I had one in mind, but I think I'm going to change it. Put in confetti. Type in the word confetti. All right, because that's what we're doing right now. We're doing confetti. Not all Chuck Pinsons are as confetti heavy, but a lot of them are. So yeah, let's use the word confetti. And then next week I'll come back and I'll pick a winner out of the comment section for another gift card. All right. Thank you, Tina, so much for giving us those 4 gift cards. And remember that Tina is also doing an event in her Facebook group, which I believe is just Diamond Painting with Sparklers. It's called Sparklers Gone Wild, and all you have to do is be adding some of her product to your painting. Post a picture, you get entered for drawings or giving away stuff. So yeah, you can use your Chuck Pinson, get some special drills from her, put them on your canvas, and enter her event as well. There you go. Perfect. I love it when things work out like that, right? Love it. All right. If you hear that noise every once in a while, I don't know if you can hear it, but it is our sump pump going off. Why is the sump pump going off? It's not raining or anything. Normally it goes off when we have a lot of rain, but it's because it has gotten warmer. It has been in the 40s. I think actually it got into the high 50s yesterday. So snow and ice is melting. And the snow and ice, as it melts, has to go somewhere. So it goes back under our house where it then comes into the sump pump, right? And has to get pumped back out. Vicious cycle. Vicious cycle. The pond is huge. So anyhow, there's that. Let me finish talking about the Chuck-along. I don't think there's much more to say except keep posting your pictures. Remember to have those in by midnight on Mondays. Midnight on Mondays. I saw a couple people post in the group and they were like, oh, I missed the deadline. I know it's not going to count for my point because, at midnight, Maritza shuts off the comments and you can't add your picture anymore. So make sure you're posting by midnight on Mondays, okay? Tuesday morning, however you want to look at it. Anyhow, Beautiful, beautiful work you guys are doing. It is so fun to watch the progress and see what everybody's doing. I'm always amazed at how fast some of you are, how much you get done. And I'm just sitting here, picking away, picking away, picking away. You go for it, you go for it. If you want to do more than one, you can do more than one. You can start the whole process over again if you finish one. So good for you guys. Yeah, I need to get into Instagram. I haven't been in Instagram in a hot minute. Probably most of this week or weekend, actually. So it's been a crazy, crazy 4 days. Before I talk about that, let me just say I was talking about the water and the pond and the ice. The pond is huge because of all the ice that has melted and the snow that we had. We had a lot of snow this year, a lot more than we've had in the last few years. So we have a lot of water. I woke up this morning and I looked out at the pond and I was like, wait a minute, there are ducks in the pond. Why? Why do we have loose ducks? We have loose ducks again? Oh no. But then I looked closer and I was like, oh, nope, those are not ours. Those are wild ducks. Those are mallards out there. And you can tell because they're much smaller. Mallards are a lot smaller than our ducks are. I mean, one of the reasons our ducks don't fly, they can fly, but they can't really get up and, get much distance or anything because farm ducks are just much larger and they're really not built for flight. There are birds, so they can fly, but they can't go anywhere. They get off the ground and flutter around, and that's about it. Their big butts can't get off the ground, and, It's funny. I've watched our ducks before look at the mallards as the mallards just lift off and just take right off, and they're like, hey, wait, what? They can't do that. I think they're jealous. Anyhow. So we got a pair of mallards out there in the pond right now. They've been out there for, I don't know, an hour or more at least. Since I woke up and saw them, they haven't left yet. And I haven't let our ducks out. Second I let our ducks out, they'll be like, whoosh, they'll be gone, right? So anyhow. So the weekend, oh my goodness, the weekend. Crazy, crazy, crazy. It was like everybody who could need something needed something, and we were just doing this, doing that, going here, going there, right? So let's start with Friday. Let's just start with Friday. Friday morning, 5:30. Now, our phones are always out in the kitchen. They're not in the bedroom with us. They're out in the kitchen. Our chargers are out there. We just don't bring them into the bedroom at night. So they're out in the kitchen. I hear a phone going off. It's like 5:30 in the morning. And my thought is, nobody calls at 5:30 in the morning unless they need something. There must be some sort of, emergency. So I get up. I go out. It's my phone. And it was my daughter. And I call her back. And she is stranded beside the road. It's snowing, mind you. Okay, this was just Friday. It's snowing. It's cold. All right. Really cold. And she's stranded beside the road. Her car has run out of gas. And I'm like, oh my goodness. She's on her way to work. I'm like, oh dear. My first thought was, how do you run out of gas? Well, what I didn't know is that the gas gauge in this vehicle does not work. So she's always guessing how much gas she has. I'm like, okay, all right, I understand. So I go into the bedroom and I'm like, honey, it's almost time for him to get up. He gets up about 6 o'clock, 6:15 to get ready for work. I'm like, honey, Shannon needs your help. We need to go do you have some gas here in a gas can because she has run out of gas? And he goes, yep, I got gas out there. Okay. So he gets up, he gets dressed. I was going to go with him. I would have helped and, whatever. But he's like, I'll be right back. I'm like, okay. So I stayed up. I stayed awake. And she was only about 2 miles from our house. So it wasn't a long drive or anything. She, thought she had enough gas to get to work, but nope. Anyhow, he gets home, right? I'm like, everything all taken care of? Yep, she's fine. She's on her way to work. She's only going to be about an hour late. And I'm like, okay, cool, good, wonderful. And then I'm thinking he's going to get ready for work, and his butt crawls back into bed. And I'm like, don't you have to get ready for work? And he goes, work? What are you talking about? He goes, I don't work anymore. I'm like, what? I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, okay, do you have the day off? And he goes, yes. I'm like, oh my goodness. I had no idea. I had no clue he had the day off. None at all. So he came to bed for just a few minutes. It might have been longer than I think. Maybe like 2 hours, maybe. But then he's awake. Okay, see, look, I had 2 on here and I've got no place for 2. So he's awake, and it's like, it's not even 8 o'clock. And I'm like, okay, what? He goes, get up. And I'm like, for what? We're going to get started with our day. So I had my phone. I had gotten up, I don't know. I had my phone in bed with me at that point. Because I've told you guys before, I check Facebook, Instagram, messages, emails, all that stuff in the morning before I even get out of bed. So I had my phone, but I had put it down and I was just closing my eyes and I was just resting, Next thing I know, the man has grabbed my phone. He's got my phone, and I'm like, are you looking for something? What do you need? And he's like, nothing, just looking for something. I'm like, oh my gosh, what? So next thing I know, my phone is playing roosters crowing. I'm like, are you kidding? Are you serious right now? You are making my phone crow. Oh, okay. I'm like, what in the hell? That's what I said. And he's like, time to get up. And I'm like, oh man, this man, let's get up. I'm like, for what? Well, let's get started with our day. And I'm like, oh my God. Okay, fine. I'm like, give me my phone. I had to turn off them roosters. I'm like, I don't want to listen to roosters crowing. Stop it. So I'm like, okay, fine. He said, we're going to get up. We're going to go get breakfast and we're going to work out. I'm like, oh, Lord have mercy. Okay. So we're up and we're going by 8:30 in the morning, you guys. 8:30 in the morning. Up and out of the house. So we go up to, where did we go? I think we went up to Subway, and we got Subway for breakfast. And then we went to the gym, and I'm like, okay, honey. He says, just think, when I retire, we can do this every day. We'll be up and at 'em, and we'll be at the gym. And I'm like, oh, okay. Now when I make appointments, I'm like, I don't make appointments until like after 11. Because I feel no need to get up and get going that early in the day. That's what retirement's about, Anyhow, we're at the gym. And I'm looking around and I'm like, oh yeah, look at honey. This is what you'd have to look forward to coming to the gym early in the morning on a weekday every day. It is old folks' hour. All the old people are here. All the old folks show up. I'm like, yep, that's what we'll be doing. You don't belong. Okay. We'll be showing up with all the old folks and working out with them. All right. Okay. So we did that. We worked out. Then we came home. All right. We get home and he decides, okay, it is time to, it's like, somehow it's almost like noon at this point, right? I don't know where the time went, but it's almost noon. We get home. Did we have lunch? We must have had lunch. I don't know what we did. But then he's like, well, it's time to vacuum. I'm like, okay, well, you can vacuum. I need to pay bills, and I need to work on our taxes. Taxes. Okay, they used to be so simple. That was before YouTube. Now it's much more complicated, and you don't belong there either. I'm just throwing stuff up there. So I'm like, you can go ahead and you can vacuum. I'm going to pay bills, which means I've got to, at least look at my checking account, see how much money I have, make sure there's enough there, or, do I have to transfer money and all that good stuff. So I pay the bills, and then I start working on the taxes. Ugh, not fun. I hate doing the taxes. I mean, I at least had the hard part done, which was, gathering up my expenses and things like that due to YouTube. And so I was kind of ready to just plug numbers in, you know what I mean? So I did that, and he vacuumed, and then the next thing I know, he's carpet cleaning and all kinds of stuff. I don't think we did much else on Friday. I don't remember. But then Saturday rolls around. And Saturday, first thing Saturday morning, his daughter calls. And I'm like, oh, geez, here we go again. Another one of those early morning calls from one of the kids. It's never good, right? It's never a call to just say, hi, how you doing? No, it's a call to say, help, I need something. So, what did she need? Well, her dryer had died. She has 3 children. Being without a dryer is not good. And she had bought a new bed from Amazon. You guys, she bought a bed on Amazon. Got delivered to her house in a box. And okay, all right, she got a new bed. So she was asking him if he could help her, haul out the old bed. Well, because you got a truck, Dad, right? Okay. So we go over there. He looks at the dryer, messes with the dryer. He's like, I can't do anything with it. I think it's this switch. They looked up the part for the switch, and it was going to be over $200 just for the part, for the timer switch. And it was like, that is not even worth it for an older dryer to try and fix it. You'd be better off to just try to find a dryer, a used dryer or something like that. So that's the route she went. So she started looking up on Marketplace, looking for dryers, blah, 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 blah. All right. So, we got a little time to play with the grandkids. I got to play some educational game on the granddaughter's iPad with her, and she was very nice about it. She was very kind and sharing, and it's your turn, Grandma. You do it now. I'm like, okay, my turn. Okay. So they finally decided to get the mattress and box springs and stuff loaded up into the truck. And so the next thought was, my son, Josh, has a bed that is older than dirt. And this one's not in bad shape, actually. So maybe he would like this one. So we loaded up with the full intention of taking it to his house and seeing if he likes it. And even if he doesn't like it and wants to stick with his other one, he's going to have 2 bedrooms, right? So he can always put the other one in the other room if he doesn't like it, and he'd have a spare room. Yeah, see, we're thinking thinking ahead. So, gosh, what else are we doing Saturday? I don't know. Weird things happen on Saturday. Oh, then, because the dog on Friday got her nails stuck together. I talked about that in my live. She got her nails stuck together because she has these hooking type claws on her. And she got 2 of them stuck together. She couldn't get her feet apart. She's whimpering and whining and carrying on. And so he calls the groomer and makes an appointment for Saturday to go get the dog's nails done. I hope this isn't too boring to all you guys, because this is just my life. This is what happened. I always say that I don't do much. Well, this weekend was an exception to the rule. So at 2 o'clock, we go get the dog's nails trimmed. And then after that, we could go to Josh's house because there were things that we wanted to do at Josh's house. I was going to help him. I was going to clean out the refrigerator and maybe work on cleaning the cabinets again. So we head over to Josh's. Dale had some projects to look at. The dryer. We got a new garbage disposal. That was one thing we did maybe Friday night or Saturday. I don't know. One of those days. We bought a garbage disposal from a lady on Marketplace. Brand new, never been used, in the box. Okay, we'll take it. Cheap, we'll take it. So he was going to do this garbage disposal, look at Josh's dryer, yada, yada. But we get there after 2:30. It was at probably 3:30, something like that when we got there. And I got there and Josh already had the refrigerator cleaned out. He had been cleaning the refrigerator all day. I'm like, cool. So I went off to clean the bathroom more. I brought our steamer along because we have like a floor steamer mop thing. And I went in there to steam the floor and continue cleaning in the bathroom. Josh was finishing up the refrigerator. Dale's doing his project, yada, yada, yada. Then Dale goes off to fix the garbage disposal. And I'm helping Josh do other things and then realize it's time for my live and we're not going to be home. Okay. All right. Dale got down to needing one hose clamp. And he didn't have one. So he's got to run off to an automotive store to get a hose clamp. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm going live right here from Josh's house. And that's what I did. Crazy town, right? Crazy. All right, so we did that. That was kind of fun, going live from Josh's house. Then Sunday morning rolls around. And Sunday, we always get up and we go to the gym. And then we usually come home, take a shower, and go get groceries. Did that happen? No, of course not. Why? Oh, the other thing he was going to do on Sunday was give Shannon's car a tune-up. Okay? So we get the call early in the morning from his daughter. Hey, Dad, I found this found this dryer, and the guy just wants to know when I can come pick it up. And, I need you to help me. And okay, when is he available? Well, anytime today. Okay, I'll be over in a few minutes. Like, all right. So here goes my husband. And he was gone for hours, you guys. And I'm sitting here and I'm waiting. So I did whatever I wanted to do. I diamond painted for a little while until I got tired of doing that. I crocheted for a little while. And all the while I'm waiting for him to come home, thinking, I'm waiting on lunch. We did have breakfast before he left. He made a nice breakfast. He does an awesome breakfast. He does this breakfast burrito that has everything but the kitchen sink in it. I mean, it's got meats and eggs and cheese. And he does a really nice job with these breakfast burritos, potatoes, everything. All right. So then he's gone. He's off and running. Got to go get this dryer. Okay. So then his next thought is, well, there's nothing wrong. Josh's dryer needed a belt. There's nothing wrong with the belt on her dryer. So he's going to take her dryer apart. He's going to get the belt off it. But he's already ordered a belt for Josh's dryer. And so he had to make sure this one would work, and it will. So then he had his daughter try to cancel the order for the belt he just ordered for Josh's dryer. Well, that didn't work because guess what? Just earlier, about a half an hour ago, the belt arrived here. So now he has the used belt from her dryer. There's a new belt here. I don't know what he's going to do with that. Anyhow, they get that done. And I'm waiting for him. It's like lunchtime now. And then it's past lunchtime. And I'm just like, what in the world is going on? I'm hungry. He finally calls. And he's on his way home. And I'm like, okay, cool. You're on your way home. What do you want to do for lunch? Oh, they fed me McDonald's. Seriously? Okay, great. I've been waiting for you to get home so we can go to lunch. And there's no bread in my house. Our bread is gone. we need to go to the grocery store, right? And I'm like, ugh. I said, fine. I guess I'll eat a yogurt and some crackers. I was a little pouty. Anyhow, he gets home. We did not go get groceries. Why didn't we go get groceries at that point? I don't know. We didn't go to the gym either. Oh, I know why. I know why. The car, the tune-up, the girls. Yes, that's why. So the girls came over because they wanted to use my tax program. And Dale was doing the tune-up on the car. That's what happened. So that went on and on and on for most of the afternoon. I'm telling you, you guys, it was just like one thing after another. So did we make it to the gym at all on Sunday? No. Did we make it to the grocery store on Monday? No. So we ended up just making a little quick dinner after they left. It was like 8 o'clock at night at this point. Oh, I had a meeting. Yeah, I had a retreat meeting with the whole group, you know. Hi, everybody, retreat, you know. Yeah, so we had like a little dinner at 8 o'clock at night. And then we clearly weren't going to the grocery store at that point. So Diamond painted. He watched videos, whatever, go to bed. All right, now we're to Monday. Monday, kind of like Friday. Let's get up. Let's get going. Oh my goodness. Okay, fine. Let's go. I had a doctor's appointment at 11:30. That was what happened. I had a doctor's appointment at 11:30. So we got up, we had breakfast, and we had just a little bit of time. And then had to leave to go to the doctor, had my doctor's appointment, talked about my back. So hopefully we have kind of a plan in place for that. And then we had lunch after that. And then we came home, took showers, and finally went to the grocery store. I'm telling you, one thing after another yesterday. Or this weekend, the whole weekend, just one thing after another. So, my back. Here's the funny story about my back. Okay, I know what it is. It's not a big secret, not a big surprise that in your back you have these joints, the SI joints, and your sciatic nerve runs right through that joint, and for some reason it's inflamed and getting pinched. So when it gets pinched, it goes, and it stabs me, and I can't move, and I scream, and I'm like, okay, yeah, fun. So I knew what it was. I'm not surprised. I'm just like, just how do we fix it? What do we do? And she says, well, there's this, and this you can do. We can get an x-ray. So she's going to have me go get it x-rayed just to make sure nothing else shows up. She says, I don't think the x-ray will really show anything except maybe some inflammation or irritation or something. You know, I'm like, okay. But let's do that so we can rule out any other problems. And then, you know, the pain is coming because it's getting pinched, and it's getting pinched because of inflammation. So I had been on an anti-inflammatory for arthritis in my knee, but it was causing problems with my stomach, upsetting my stomach. So she went ahead and she ordered something a little different, hoping that that would help with the inflammation so I wouldn't be having the pain, and it wouldn't upset my stomach, right? So I get to the store. We have our prescriptions filled right at Meijer, where we get our groceries. So I got a text from them before we got there that said they had a question about my prescription. So I call them, and he's basically like, well, what was ordered was a time released, and your insurance doesn't cover it. So they either need to see if they can get the insurance to cover it or change it to just the regular release. I'm like, okay, well, how much would it be for what she ordered without the insurance? I'm thinking, you know, if it's not a ton, you know, maybe I'd just pay for it. $860. I'm like, what? $860? For how many? For 60 tablets. 60. And you take them twice a day. So it's a month's supply, $860. I'm like, okay, well, that's not happening. So they've got a message in to my doctor to basically change it to just the regular release pills, which the insurance will cover just fine. I'm like, please do that, because, yeah, that's not going to happen. All right. So anyhow, if that doesn't help, then, of course, there is the route you can go with injections in the joint, which is a steroid. Now, here's my story. I hate needles, hate needles, hate getting shots. She wanted to give me a shingles shot, and I was like, no, thank you. I really recommend you get it. I'm like, no, okay, I'm good. No, thank you. Okay, well, think about it. I'm like, okay, I'll think about it. And nope, I don't want to do it. But I have heard that those shots in your back, in those joints, are painful. So I hate shots to begin with. And now you're telling me that they're painful. And I'm like, oh gosh, no, I really don't want to do that. Here's what I'd like to do. I would like to have this anti-inflammatory help. I would like to lose weight, which will help. You know, it was a perfect storm. COVID hit. Retirement came, staying at home more, sitting more, gaining weight, not going anywhere. It was all just a perfect storm to be like, bam, now let's make your back hurt, right? Perfect. So, anti-inflammatory. This is what I'm hoping for. Anti-inflammatory. Ease the pain a little. Get more active. Lose weight. It's spring. Get outside. Walk every day. You know, I've been going to the gym 3 days a week, but that just hasn't seemed to be enough. So it's time to really, really focus and get active. No snacking after like 8 o'clock at night. Or I shouldn't even say that long, but, you know, gotta cut down. All that stuff. Hopefully it will all help, because I want to do everything I can to avoid having shots in my back. I don't want to do that. So, fingers crossed that this plan works. Please work. Now, I'm still waiting to get the prescription, because you know how doctor's offices are and everybody's super busy. Dale did go with me because he doesn't have a doctor, or he thought he didn't have a doctor. His doctor retired also. Both of our doctors retired. So we're both kind of in limbo as to who our actual doctor is. So he went with me thinking maybe there's a new doctor coming into my practice. Maybe he could get in on that. And they said he could. I don't know how that's going to go. Might work out at his other place. We'll see. But then I talked to my mom. Okay, my mom has had back problems. Like, I remember my mom having back problems like a good part of our life, you know. And she told me that she had those shots. And it wasn't that long ago. She said the shots were supposed to last for about 6 or 7 years to, you know, provide some relief for that long. And I was like, really? That long? I didn't think that was the case, but I just need 2 of these. Is that right? 2 of these little browns here. And I was like, okay. She says, and you know, it really did help. She says, I really haven't had much trouble with my back since then. And I'm like, yeah, I know. You haven't really said anything about your back hurting. I remember when it was hurting really bad, though. And she did get the shots. I remember she didn't want to get the shots. She's just like me. She didn't want to get them. I remember that now. And then finally it was like, if it's going to help, Mom, then why don't you just do it? She goes, I just didn't want to have to. I'm like, well, it's either that or you continue to have pain, right? Listen to me now. Listen to me. Now I'm in the same boat. I understand exactly where she was coming from. But I said, people told me that it hurts. And she goes, no, they don't hurt. And I'm like, they don't? Everybody has said that those shots really hurt because they're going right into that joint and stuff. And she's like, no, I didn't have any trouble with it. I'm like, okay. So I felt a little better about that. I still don't want to do it. I still hope that, you know, this other plan, I'll call it a plan, that the other plan works and get some relief for me, because I really still don't want the shots. I'm going to need more than that. I can tell right now I'm going to need more than that. So anyhow, but it did make me feel a little better when my mom said that the shots really didn't hurt. I'm like, okay, well, if I had to do that, you know, anyhow. So that's been my 4 days. And now Dale is at work today. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to get a lot done today. Well, I'm recording my WIP and chat. And hopefully I get it out there, processed and uploaded before tomorrow. Or today, in your case. But I have a hair appointment today. It's just one thing after another, right? Just one thing after another. So I have to be out of here by 12:30 to go get my hair done. So I'm up recording, trying to make sure I'm ready to go by 12:30. Okay. Well, so how was your weekend? Right? It's so funny. I can sit around here for days and days and days and nothing happens. And it's just kind of, it really gets boring. It does. But then you have 4 days like the last 4 days I've had, and you're like, okay, now I'm ready for a little boredom again. Let's take it down a notch. So there's that. All right. Okay, well, thanks for sticking with me. If you listened to the whole crazy story, I may have lost a bunch of you, like, 15 minutes ago, but that's all right. Okay, don't forget, I told you a secret word. I'm going to put in that secret word this time. I suppose I should write it down so I don't forget what it is, right? So when I go filter out comments, it'll actually filter out for that word. Ah, I know, Mindy's asking for a secret word. Oh my gosh, what's going on with this world? Oh my goodness, right? It's okay. It's all right, you guys. Just put in the secret word. Okay, I'm going to be done now. Can you tell if I made any progress here? Because I can't tell. I can never tell what progress I make. Although it's funny, if you go back and you watch the video, even if you fast forward it, and you can kind of watch, like beep, 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 little dots going in. It's pretty funny to watch. Okay, I'm done. All right. I hope you guys have a great day. I'm going to try to edit this, upload it, and be ready to go to my hair appointment. And I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you have a great week. And good luck to everybody that's commenting. And keep posting those pictures. Keep posting those pictures. Oh, hey, one more thing before I go. And I should have said it at the beginning, because who knows how many people are listening now. But the Chuck Pinson interview is a thing, and it is a definite on March 26th. March 26th. Will be the interview, and he has fun things planned to show us. I'm super excited, all right, to see what he's going to show us. So be there on my live at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on March 26th to see Chuck Pinson. Yay! I love Chuck Pinson. He's such a sweet guy. All right. Now I'm done. That's it. Okay. I will talk to everybody later. Okay? Have a great day. Have a wonderful week. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.